Hey everyone, and welcome back to my channel. It's Rainbow Tarot UK here. I just want to do what I always do. I always start off by saying a big thank you really to everyone who watches my videos, subscribes, likes, shares. It's just so lovely for me to see that people are watching my readings and are responding in that way. So if you feel you want to do that during today's reading, then thank you. I would really appreciate that, and it would be it'd mean a lot to me. But anyway, let's get to today's reading, and I'm pretty excited about this reading because work, career is always a big thing for most people, and it's certainly a big thing for me. So in today's reading we are looking at is your job, your job, if you want to also think about your career choice, the sphere of work really, is what you're currently doing, your current job or your current career, or is it right for you? Is it right for you? I'm hoping the cards will reveal whether it's right for you, not only in terms of giving you what you need to survive and to thrive, hopefully, but is it right for you in terms of how you feel, your happiness, your spiritual evolution, your path, all of that kind of thing as well, because we spend a lot of time at work, and it's important that we strive to do something that we love, that we enjoy, that we can be our best selves, but that we can also support ourselves in the 3D world. So anyway, without further ado, let's get on to our 4 piles. I've got 4 piles today. I've got pile number 1. I've already pre-shuffled the cards, so they're sitting underneath. So I've got pile number 1, which says Enlightenment, with also the green Aventurine, if you prefer to pick with a stone. I've got pile number 2, which says Community, and with the white, the lovely white calcite there. That might be what you prefer to pick with. I've got pile number 3 that says Trust, and it has the tiger's eye. If you prefer to pick the stone, the tiger's eye there. And the 4th pile is a card that says Pleasure. And we have the Amethyst stone to go with that. Okay, so just as usual, just take your time, use your intuition, choose whatever pile is calling to you. Maybe there's more than one pile, and that's probably the reading that you need to listen to. Just to say, as usual, it's a general reading, and it's my interpretation of, what I think is going on for you at the moment. You take whatever feels right for you in any one of my readings. That is what I always say. Take whatever feels right for you, leave the rest behind. Whatever messages though are here for you, hopefully you'll get those messages, you'll get what you need. Okay, all right, well, let's get straight to our reading, and I'll see you very soon. Bye. Hey, pile number 1, and welcome to your reading. So you chose in a question of, is your job, career choice, whatever, the work situation you're in, right for you. You chose the oracle card of Enlightenment. So let's put that there. I've also chosen, and you also chose the green Aventurine, so let's just put that there. Now what I've done is I've just drawn some tarot cards. And I think for your group I'm using the Witch's Tarot. And I've also got an animal spirit that I feel sort of embodies you at this time, really, in your working in your work situation. So remember, these are from Kim. This is from the Spirit deck, the Spirit Oracle deck by Kim Kranz. So you chose, or you have the lizard. So you have the lizard. I don't know if you can see that, the lizard. So we've got Enlightenment and we've got the lizard. So before we talk about anything, let's get out your tarot cards and see what they say. So the first one is the Eight of Wands. Eight of Wands. Let's make sure that you can see that. Yeah, the Eight of Wands. Then you've got Two of Cups. Two of Cups. Then you've got the Nine of Pentacles. I've got to say, it's looking good so far, pile number one. Then you've got the Queen of Wands. And then you've got Six of Cups. Okay, so actually in your pile as well, in all the other piles, there was only 4 tarot cards that I chose, but in your pile, another one seemed to want to flip out. Yeah, so just to sort of say that, there seemed to be an eagerness there, really. Okay, so, I mean, I've got to say that just looking at these cards as an overview, that it feels as though work, the sphere of work and your job feels very positive at the moment. It certainly feels like there's lots of positive cards. I don't know why, but I've kind of got the feeling that either you're inquiring about maybe you know, a new role within your job, or maybe this is about, you know, a new job that you're just about to start, because we have a few things really, but we have the Eight of Wands here, which often means, you know, moving at speed towards something, you know, good for us. So I just have this sort of sensation that you are moving quickly towards something in your work life or in your career life that's going to provide, I think, not only material comfort, success and independence, but also emotional happiness and spiritual happiness, really. That's what I'm feeling. So this Eight of Wands makes me think, well, maybe you're kind of moving in that direction, either with a new job or with a new role within your role, or it simply means that the role that you're in at the moment allows you to be creative and have lots of ideas and express yourself, and you are very focused and driven in your current job. It really hits the spot. It also, I mean, you have this kind of Enlightenment card really as well. So there's something about the reason as well I was thinking is maybe it's to do with moving into a new job or a different role within your job. It's because this Enlightenment card is about having faith in yourself. So maybe this reading for you is about just maybe feeling a little bit wobbly or a bit nervous about that, and you need some confirmation. This card is saying to you, you know, believe in yourself. You know, there's a plan here that's unfolding for you. And it's kind of like, you know, I feel like in some ways it's like a sort of divine, something divine, some sort of divine interference here. You've kind of been led and guided within your work sphere, within your, you know, your work situation in some way. And, you know, it's kind of like the right, you know, maybe you're kind of waking up to that in a way, you know, or maybe this reading will help you to wake up to that in a way. That, you know, the path that you're on at the moment, and maybe the path that you're on around the moment, will just allow you to be more enlightened, will allow you, maybe it will allow you, you know, whatever you're thinking about, whatever job you're in, maybe it connects you more with spirit in some way, or with the spiritual side of life, because it just, this is just basically saying, you know, that have faith in what you're being guided within your work sphere, within your work situation, and you know, there are forces around you that are maybe guiding you at this time. You also have the Lizard card. Now the Lizard, to me, I mean, straight away that card talks about camouflage and adaptability, and I just feel that you are someone who is able to be very adaptable and to fit into any environment. And I think that you're able to do that in the current work situation that you're in, or that you'll be going into. You will be able to be adaptable and flexible. But it also reminds me, you know, the way it's got like all over the card, it's got like this kind of scaly skin, both in the background and actually on the lizard. And that always reminds me as well of snakes shedding their skin, which is again makes me think, you know, are you shedding one role and going into something else? Along with the Eight of Wands, which is about quick, speedy movement into something else, into something better. I mean, it's certainly, if you're in a situation where that isn't happening and you're wondering just about your job, I just feel that you know, we've got the Nine of Pentacles centering the reading. So in terms of just kind of materially, in the 3D world, this is a woman standing independently. You know, she's able to support herself. She's got all of this, you know, she's got all of this wealth. She's collected all of this wealth. She's done it all through her own efforts. So it feels to me that the current job that you're in at the moment allows you to do that, or will allow you to be more independent and support yourself and be materially very, very, very comfortable. I mean, this is a woman who's very comfortable. She's enjoying the fruits of her own labour. So it feels to me that that's a really good sign for your current work situation. And also it's got pentacles, and anything to do with pentacles is good in work and finance. Now, you also have the Queen of Wands. So, you know, maybe this work situation is somewhere where you are, you know, because the queens are always, to me, people in authority, in charge, people who, you know, the Queen of Wands knows, you know, they're confident. The Queen of Wands is confident. You know, she knows what she's about. She knows what she wants. She's not frightened to go out and get it. She's very charismatic. She knows how to manage well. She knows how to manage people well. So she knows how to, you know, to listen. So maybe you're a manager. Maybe that's part of your job. Or maybe you work for yourself and you're in your own business. Maybe you're thinking about, you know, branching out a part of the business, or maybe you're thinking about starting that business, or it's something like that, you know, where you're wondering about whether it's going to bring you, you know, your own authority or your own wealth, or your, you know, whether it's going to give you your own independence. And it really does look as if that, you know, that's very much here for you. So with the Nine of Pentacles and the Queen of Wands, I just feel, you know, you are somebody in your current situation that either is in charge or is moving towards being in charge or is asking about being in charge. And this is confirmation of that. This is confirmation that you've got the confidence, the ability, the guts, the determination, you know, to do it, to achieve it. You could achieve anything you want with these two cards, really, in your work situation, if you're not doing that already. So it feels to me like it's a very positive, you know, place for you right now, whatever it is you're asking about. Now, what I said was, so in terms of the material world, I certainly feel as well it'll be mentally stimulating for you, and it will meet that kind of need. So, you know, the Wands, the Eight of Wands and the Queen of Wands, you know, this is, with the Queen of Wands, she's not someone who's going to put up with something that isn't going to, you know, that isn't going to fulfill her. So it feels to me like, you know, she look at her, she just looks so, you know, she looks so much, she looks relaxed yet completely confident and in charge. That's what I get from that. She's also wearing kind of gold and yellow, and that's also about, you know, confidence and, you know, being comfortable in your own power. You know, being, and also it's somebody who's, you know, a lot of people look up to. So a lot of people look up to her, a lot of people admire her. So I think in your current role you have that. But I don't know why, but I'm also getting the sense of children. I don't know if you work with children or you're connected to, your work is connected to children and family in some way. Because I think as well, because we have this card, the Six of Cups. Now, obviously we've got children in this, but the Six of Cups is, you know, you may have also been in your firm or your company or your situation for a long time, so there might be a long history there. So if this reading is about you, you know, just wanting to check in to see that your job is right for you and you've been there a long time and it gives you all of this stuff, but you're just wanting confirmation. this card says, yeah, this is a job that you might have been in for a long time, or it might be about you thinking, you know, I'm going into this option, or could this option be long term for me? And I think that this is confirming that, really, because the sense of Six of Cups talks about a sense of history, you know, harking back to the past, looking at things nostalgically. It's that kind of thing. It just makes me think that maybe you're wondering, you know, is this job going to be long term? Is there a future in it? Or maybe it's something about, you know, you going into something where you're renewing your skills, you're bringing back past skills that you maybe had forgotten or lost, but this is going to allow you to tap into that again, and that is going to be really good for you on an emotional level. I certainly feel emotionally that this work that you're in at the moment, it makes you feel emotionally happy. Makes you feel emotionally, or it will, if you're going into something, or you're thinking of branching out, or doing a different role within your company, or doing something slightly different. It's gonna fulfill you emotionally, because you also have the Two of Cups, and the Two of Cups is about you know, emotional fulfillment as well, but it's emotional fulfillment with others, and maybe one person in particular. So maybe this is about, you know, a business. Maybe you have a business with somebody else, or maybe you work just with one or two other people, and I feel that there's harmony and balance in the situation, that you get on well. You know, maybe you work with your partner, maybe it's something to do with you working with your partner, or yeah, because the Two of Cups can talk about a romantic relationship, so maybe it's about, you know, moving into business with your partner, or that, something like that. Maybe it's a family thing. Maybe it's a family business in some way. You know, is it going to be good for my family if I do this? Maybe it's that kind of feeling as well. So is this job good for my family? And I feel that, you know, there's a lot of confirmation in these cards. So I feel, you know, in answer to the question, is your job right for you? I would say pile number one, that, you know, these cards are very positive. Obviously, you make your own decisions, but for me at the moment, when I look at this situation, whatever you're asking about, it feels like a very positive space and place for you right now. Okay, pile number one. So that's been your reading. I hope that you've enjoyed it. Please do subscribe if you haven't already. Hit the notifications bell so you'll always be alerted to when I upload a reading. Hit the like button, share, you know, share the video if you think people are going to like the video, or if you think people are going to like my channel, then please do share, spread the word, and leave a comment. It's always good to get comments. Anyway, other than that, take care, have a good day, and I'll see you in the next reading. Bye. Hi, pile number two, and welcome back to your reading. So you chose the card Community, this gorgeous rainbow coming through and all these lovely beautiful butterflies. So you chose the card Community. Okay, so that's your oracle card. And what I did as well, oh, you also chose beautiful white calcite, so let's put that there. And what I also did, I'll just move back to that side there, is I also picked one of the spirit animals, really, that I believe kind of embodies you where you're at right now within your work situation, you know, sort of has a message for you, if you like, of where you're at right now. And we have got the crow. We've got the crow. So can you see that? So there's this very dark black crow, obviously, but it's sitting on this ball of, again, like rainbow colours. So to me, it's like it's sitting on all that beautiful potential. That's what I feel with this card. You know, it's almost like, because the crow also is a messenger, and I just feel that the universe is trying to bring you a message that you are brighter than you know, that you know, should be in a work situation where you shine your colours, where you shine your lights. Because we've got the rainbow card here, I just noticed there's a, you know, there's a coloration. You know, these are rainbow colours, and these are rainbow colours. And then you've got butterflies here as well around transformation. So I feel maybe in the current situation you're in, you don't feel like your light shines bright enough, or you're in a position where your light is able to shine bright enough, and that you're able to be, you know, that you're able to show yourself to your best. So there could be a sense of dissatisfaction really in the current situation that you're in, and actually you want to shine bright, you want to transform. And funnily enough, I was just thinking actually, I was just before I started this reading, because normally I have my little rainbow. Rainbow always signifies to me, it signifies, you know, the balance and alignment of your 7 chakras for starters, because you've got, you know, all the 7 colours of the chakras. And to me, when they're in alignment, they're balanced, you know, like a rainbow in a sense. And rainbows also talk about, you know, wonderful things happening, miracles. You know, when there's a rainbow, people stop and look because it's marvelous, it's wonderful, it's a showstopper. You know, it shines, doesn't it? People look at it. So when I had my little candle holder here, that was the rainbow, the flame suddenly went crazy in it, and I had to. So maybe there's a lot of within you at the moment. There's a lot of thoughts racing. There's a lot of passion maybe to want to change, for things to change. Maybe there's a lot of passion within you to want to change, but maybe you just haven't done that yet. But actually I had to take it away. So I then had to take away the rainbow. I had to remove it. So that there's this kind of passion maybe within you to want to change, but maybe there's something about you not quite believing in yourself, or not quite having that belief in yourself. But the community card also talks about, you know, you're not on your own. It's reassuring you that you're not on your own. You don't have to do everything on your own. You know, there is support out there for you. You know, and maybe it's friends and family or whatever that are trying to maybe tell you, look, you know, you can do something better. You can be something better. You know, they're trying to be that messenger. You know, you can change and transform and shine your light and be bright in the work that you do. But anyway, let's have a look at your tarot and see what that says. Okay, so I think I've used the it is like the Rider Waite, but it's a slightly different version of it. I can't remember the exact name. But anyway, you've got the 8 of Wands. 8 of Wands. Now the 8 of Wands also came up in pile number 1. So if you felt drawn to pile number 1, you might want to check that out as well. Because it, you know, you never know, it might have an influence. You've also got the 6 of Swords, 7 of Cups, and the Empress. Okay, so I know our reading is, you know, is your job right for you? And I just feel intuitively that there's something going on with you where, you know, you are wanting to, you are wanting to do maybe something different, or to move on. Maybe that's why you're having this kind of reading. And I think these 2 cards are confirmation, because the 8 of Wands talks about swift movement in a focused way, and to do it quickly. So, and all of these wands are in alignment here. They're all going in the right direction. So maybe you've got lots of ideas and thoughts about how you can move away possibly from what the situation that you're in right now. Or maybe there's something within the company you're in, or something within the job that you're in, that you want to move, you know, into a different direction within that company, or take a different route. And that this somehow, again, because this is about movement again, isn't it? Moving across the water, but it also talks about moving towards a calmer space. You know, so maybe this, you know, whatever you're thinking about, whatever ideas you have within your work, it's going to take you to a better place where you're not feeling uncomfortable or stressed or any of those things really. But it might be a little bit of a risk. It might feel like a little bit of a risk in some way, but it's certainly confirmation of, you know, a need to change and move and take action. That's what I'm feeling here. To take, yeah, to sort of like to take a risk almost, because, you know, in this boat, there are two people in this boat, but they don't really have anything. They just have what they're sort of sitting in, but they're just deciding, they're just trusting and having faith and knowing that, you know, it will take them to a better place. And I feel in some ways that's what the crow is trying to say. It's trying to bring you a message to shine bright, to have faith, and it will take you to a better place. And that maybe that's what people around you are saying. Maybe that's what you need to do, to talk to people, to get confirmation from your community, really, that, you know, whatever you're thinking about in your work sphere, you know, you've got support around you. Because I feel like when I've got this card, I don't know why, but I'm getting the sentence, dare to dream. Dare to dream. I feel like in this, dare to dream, dare to shine, dare to, you know, be that bright, fantastic person that you are within the working sphere. But there also might be, you know, at the moment, again, this little bit of confusion, you know, should I move, shouldn't I move, should I move, should I leave, is this opportunity right for me, should I move to this part of the company, or should I set up on my own, or should I, you know, it's just that, but in a sense, this also talks about daydreaming, you know, because it feels like they're looking at lots of different cups with lots of different opportunities and choices. So maybe it's about thinking and saying to you, look, you know, you've got options and choices. You've got options and choices. You don't have to stay stuck. And I really feel like with all of these, you know, you're moving towards thinking and feeling that there are options and choices. So if that's allowing you to do that in your current job, then great. You know, if it's allowing you to have lots of ideas and express yourself, if it's allowing you to feel more peaceful and calm, if it's allowing you to dream and to shine and be bright, then fantastic. But if it isn't, then I feel like in your work situation, there's a movement, a desire within you to move towards that. And this reading is kind of confirmation for that, for me anyway. It has the Empress as well, ending your reading, you know, so I feel like there's a real, and again, with all the colours, I just feel like there's a real untapped creativity within you, potential, really, you know, that if you believed in yourself, if you have that confidence, and I feel that you do have that, and you will move towards that. The Empress is, you know, above the Queens in the tarot deck, as far as I'm concerned. She is, you know, look at her. She is, you know, she is beautiful. So she's beautiful inside and out. She has she has very much tapped creativity. So everything, you know, she is creative in every single way, and she is a fantastic manifester. So she can manifest her dreams. She doesn't have a problem doing that. She can manifest all of those dreams if she wants to, or she can focus on just one. So she has the ability to do that. She's, you know, she lives an abundant life. She lives a comfortable life. So, you know, all of her efforts, her creative efforts, lead as well to comfort and abundance, and, you know, being very, you know, comfortable in the 3D world, in the physical world. You know, she is a very happy, balanced individual, and somebody that really values, you know, values her independence and values her ability to, you know, create her own life in a positive and fulfilling way. So I feel that if your current job allows you to do everything that we just talked about, then fantastic. But I get a sense for some of you, maybe not for all of you, and it's confirmation of that within your job, but I get a sense for some of you that there is a need, a feeling that it's not doing that, and you're wanting to know, maybe you've been putting out feelers for new jobs, or new directions, or should you, maybe it's something, like that, should I move on? Should I move forward? Maybe it's causing you a bit of stress, and you want to go somewhere where that doesn't happen. Maybe it's that stress is coming about because it's not allowing you, as I said at the beginning, to tap into your potential and to express that, as the Empress would do, express that untapped potential. And this is confirmation that, if your job isn't doing that, then it's time to move forward, to move away from that and into something. And then maybe that's why you've got the crow. It's a message coming to you to say, come on, you've got all of this, you're sitting on all of this wonderful creativity, all of these wonderful skills, talents that you have. Start using them, and start using your community to support you with that, to become that butterfly, to transform, to become that balanced person. Okay, number 2. So that has been your reading. I really hope you've enjoyed it. If you have, apologies if you hear any background noise. I know sometimes my videos do pick up a bit of background noise, so I'm sorry about that. But if you haven't subscribed already and you feel like you want to, then please do. Also hit the notifications bell so that you can be, alerted to whatever video I'm going to upload in the future. Press the like button, because that gives me a sense that, people like my videos and my readings. And, leave a comment. It's always great to have a comment. But anyway, other than that, all there is to say is have a great day. And I'll see you in the next reading. Bye for now. Hey, pile number 3, and welcome back to your reading. So we are asking today, aren't we, whether your current job or career choice, or what you do for work, whether it's right for you. So you chose this card that says trust. Beautiful card, actually. It says trust. Okay. There. Now, what I also did, and what I've said with the other part, you also chose the tiger's eye. And just to say, I apologise if you hear any background noises, in my readings. I apologise for that. Yeah, so sorry for all of that. But, sometimes these things happen. So what I've also said in the other readings with the other piles is that I also chose, or what I've chosen is an animal spirit from the Kim Kran's Animal Spirit Oracle deck that I think kind of embodies you at the moment within your work situation. So I've also kind of done that to give us, to inform the reading a little bit. So what you've got is the snake. So you've got the snake. Okay. So we've got trust, we've got the snake. So let's have a look at your tarot. I'm using the Mermaid Tarot for you guys. So let's have a look at the tarot and see what it says. Okay, so we've got Temperance. You can see that, Temperance. Okay. I'll put it so that you can see it. I apologise if you've watched any of my other videos. I don't know why I did that in the last couple of videos, and I put the cards down and I realised that people couldn't actually see the cards, all of the cards properly, so I'm sort of quite conscious of doing that and making sure that you can actually see them. So anyway, we've got Temperance, we've got we've got 4 of Pentacles. 4 of Pentacles. We've got the 9 of Wands. 9 of Wands. And I'm just going to move this over slightly so we've got a little bit more room. And our last card is the 2 of Swords. 2 of Swords. Okay. Right. Okay. So I'm just going to, what I feel from these cards, sorry, somebody seems to be hammering now in the background, so I apologise for that. What I'm seeing in these cards, I guess, is a lot of messages about, well, the trust card, I suppose, is, I mean, it's probably, you know, probably quite self-explanatory, really. It's about getting you to really, you know, trust. It's a powerful card. It's getting you to trust, or wanting you, messages to want you to trust your intuition. So it may be at the moment in your work situation, you're getting a lot of kind of intuitive hits or feelings. You know, the way I've actually recently done a whole kind of video on intuition. If you want to, you know, catch that one or check that one out. But you know, it's kind of asking you to be open to receiving intuitive messages. So if you're feeling, you know, a bit stressed or in a difficult place at the minute, I suppose it's maybe asking you to calm down a little bit if you can, quiet the mind, so that you're in a better space to listen to those intuitive hits that might be coming in for you around your work situation. You know, and that you know, it's also, I suppose it also talking about having faith, isn't it? Having faith, trusting that to guide you to a better place. And the moon is always about, you know, maybe things at the moment, you know, you feel like maybe you're in the moment, you're in the dark a bit, maybe confused a little bit, and it's about maybe needing to feel a bit more enlightened and get into a space where you can be a bit more enlightened and listen to those messages that are maybe trying to guide you at the moment intuitively in your work situation. Now the snake always obviously is about shedding skin, isn't it? It's about shedding skin and moving into something else and transforming. And I feel there is something about your current work situation that you are not happy in, and that maybe isn't right for you right now. That's kind of what I'm just going to say off the bat with this one, because I feel like actually for you, you want to be in a situation where you can feel more balanced, maybe more in control, and maybe more inspired. Because if you look at this mermaid, she is, you know, she's got these two conch shells, and there's fire going between the two, and it just feels to me like fire always represents passion, creativity, you know, spark, and I just feel at the moment that you would like maybe in your work situation to have more passion, more spark, more, maybe feel more driven, and that intuitively you kind of know that, really you kind of know that you need to have that in your work situation, and maybe you're not getting that at the moment, because we also have the Four of Pentacles. Now the Four of Pentacles can traditionally mean somebody who's holding on tight, and again it's holding on tight to their pentacles, so holding on tight. So maybe you feel like at the moment, even though you feel like this, maybe you're in a position where you feel like you have to hold on tight, that you have to hold on to what you've got. I mean, you know, the whole world is going through a very difficult place, certainly financially for a lot of people. So maybe you're in that situation where financially you feel like you have to hold on, you have to keep what you've got, but you know that it doesn't really fulfill you, maybe in lots of ways. I think as well, it's, you know, so that it's challenging for you, because you've got the Nine of Wands. I feel like this is somebody that is in a challenging situation right now. They're in a situation where they feel a little bit, you know, up against it, really. But the Nine of Wands always, to me, you know, makes me feel, you know, you can stand your ground. So maybe there's something about, you know, you're feeling very challenged about your work situation at the moment, but this card is here to say, you know, you can stand your ground, maybe, but maybe, you know, you have to stand up for yourself, or stand up for that idea of wanting to change and transform. So maybe it's about standing up for yourself, and trusting your intuition is a way of standing up for yourself in your current situation, because you know, I do feel like you're in a bit of a dilemma, Two of Swords, you know, choices that need to be made, and you're very 50-50 about whether you leave this comfort zone, or what, you know, potentially as a comfort zone, or something that maybe you've known, you've done for a long time. Maybe it meets all your needs in some respects, and you know, you get what you, and I'm not, you know, and that's perfectly understandable. You know, we need to be able to live in the 3D world, but I think deep down in your heart, you kind of know that it's not really serving you in terms of making you feel happy, and that actually choices need to be made, really. But it needs to be, I think, what I would say is it needs to be a balanced choice. So I do feel at the moment that the situation you're in is probably on the whole not a great one for you. But I still get this sense that you need to, whatever you decide to do with that, you know, you need to kind of always look for balance. So you need to be kind of weighing it all up, really. And that's what I feel like you're probably doing right now. You're kind of weighing it all up and realizing maybe that things need to change. You might be getting little, like I say, little intuitive thoughts, and you don't really want to hear them because it will mean disruption. You know, like that sometimes happens when intuition comes in. It's always, I always feel it's guiding you to something better, but sometimes there might be some discomfort around when you make those changes. That's kind of where I feel you're at in this pile. So in answer to the question, you know, is your job right for you? I think maybe in terms of meeting your everyday needs, it certainly does do that for you. Because this Four of Pentacles, you know, is about holding on tight to your material, what you've managed to get for yourself materially. But this woman doesn't look, on the surface, this mermaid, you know, she doesn't look particularly uncomfortable. So she's managing it. You know, she's sitting there with her pentacles around her neck. She's brushing her hair. She doesn't look overly uncomfortable, but she doesn't look very happy either. That's what I feel. So whereas this one does, you know, this woman does look, you know, she looks comfortable. She's in the environment that she should be in, for starters. She's in the sea because she's a mermaid, and she's able to balance this spark, this energy, this, you know, the thing that she is looking at awe in is transfixing her. She's looking at that, and she's able to balance it. So for me, I feel like you want to be in that position in your work situation, but you're kind of in this slightly stuck, not desperately uncomfortable and meeting all your needs. It's not really doing it for you. And I think the challenge and the choices are because you are getting these, you're getting this intuition telling you, look, this isn't really quite right for me. I want to, and again, as well, the snake, you know, transformation. Inside the snake are all these lovely colours, all these beautiful colours here. And I just feel like, you know, when you shed the skin, when you get to where you should be in your work situation, you'll be able to shine, your spark will shine much brighter, and you'll feel more balanced. Okay, so pile number 3, that has been your reading. I hope that you have enjoyed it. If you have, then please do press the subscribe button. If you haven't already, please do press the little notifications bell so you can be alerted to any readings that I'm going to upload in future. Press the like button, leave a comment. All of these things will be really gratefully received. And just to say thank you so much for listening to my readings and supporting me. But other than that, have a great day, and I'll see you in the next reading. Bye for now. Hey, pile number 4, and welcome to your reading. Just want to say, like I said to all the other piles, apologies if there's any background noise. Sometimes these things can't be helped. So today we are looking at, is your job, your career choice, whatever you're doing for work at the moment, is it right for you? So let's take a look at that. Let's see. So you chose this beautiful card that says pleasure on it. Okay, pleasure there. Apologies if you watched any of my previous readings. And I've just noticed in the last couple of readings that I've been putting the cards down and people haven't been able to see the cards properly. So I'm going to try and make that better for the future. So apologies for that if you've seen any of my readings like that. What I did was, with all the piles, I shuffled on the animal spirit deck that I have because I wanted to get a sense of what kind of animal or animal spirit is embodying you in your workplace at the moment, either embodying you or has some sort of message. So the oracle card, you have some kind of message for you. So the one that you've got is oyster. Oyster, and of course oysters have pearls, don't they, inside? Oyster. Okay, so you've got pleasure and you've got oyster. And you've also got the amethyst stone, which gets you in touch with your intuitive, psychic abilities and is calm and peaceful. Okay, so let's put that there. So let's have a look at your tarot before we, look at your situation at work. So your first one you've got is the Six of Swords. The Six of Swords. Let's put that there. Make sure you can see it. The Six of Swords. I've just got them facing me actually, so that I can just do a better reading really. The Six of Swords. Then you've got Temperance. Temperance. Then we have the Tower. Tower. Okay. Tower. So maybe thinking of some big changes. The Two of Pentacles. And you actually as well, you were the other pile. I think it was pile number, it might have been pile number, was it pile number 1 or pile number 2? I can't remember. Most piles had 4, but you were the other pile. Or 2 other piles had 4, but you were, which is what I intended. But you were the other pile that had a 5th card that came out. And this one is the King of Pentacles. So I thought I would include it now. Let's move this over a little bit so maybe we've got a bit more space. Okay, so because the Tower seems to be the card that's drawing me in straight away, and it seems to be in the centre of your reading, I get the sense that in your work situation, either changes are afoot or you are wanting to make big changes, really. Or maybe in your work situation just feels like maybe it was secure and stable and doing everything for you before, but now that sense of security or stability that might have been really built in some way, because the Tower often is sometimes built on rocky foundations. So maybe initially anyway it was built on foundations that weren't very solid, but it seems to be that changes are needed and necessary within the work situation for you. Or maybe you're in a situation where the work sphere, the career sphere, there needs to be change, either in what you're doing or in doing something new or in getting a job or something. There needs to be major shifts and changes, and maybe that's what you're going through right now, or maybe that's on the horizon in some way. Now what I'm getting from these oracle cards is that, because we've got pleasure and we've got oyster. Now to me that says luxury to me somehow. And I just feel that for you would like to be in a work situation that gives you, maybe a better standard of living or a better way to live in the kind of 3D material world. And maybe, so maybe that's what you're aspiring to at the moment. That's kind of what you want. And you know that in order to get that, you need to make changes. So you need to change up and shift up your situation to get you to, because if you look at this card, it's called pleasure, and there's a journey that you have to take to get you through the gates, to get you to this beautiful, pleasurable place. And the oyster has a pearl in it. Well, pearls are precious and they're valuable. And it just seems to me that you want more material value or more an easier life, and that's, you know, that's fine. I mean, obviously, you know, we all want that. You want to feel that what you're doing for work is bringing in the, you know, is you can enjoy the fruits of your labour. Yeah, that's what you want, and feel, because that would make you feel more balanced. It would make you feel calmer. It would make you feel happier, obviously. Because so maybe at the moment there's quite a lot of stress around for you at the moment within the work situation around this kind of whole area, and you want more balance. And to get more balance, you might you kind of know that you need to move in some way. There needs to be movement, changes, because this also talks about moving away and into calmer waters. So I'm feeling that, and this kind of Tower card is smack bang in the middle of these two cards, which talk about moving on to calmer waters, feeling more balanced. And these two cards, which can talk about, you know, having to juggle sometimes financially, make choices. Or these two cards, I should say. Yeah, so this is, you know, things are needing to change maybe, and you know, old ways of doing things need to come down for new stuff to come, because those old ways weren't giving you the financial or the material comfort that you need, that you want, because you want pleasure and you want the pearl and you want the oyster. But you know that in order to get out of this situation, there are changes that need to happen in order for that to happen. So if your current situation, in answer to the question, you know, is your job right for you? So if the current job is not helping you to feel balanced, helping you to feel calm, helping you to feel like you are, you know, that you can also move up where you can materially, you know, make more for yourself to give yourself a better lifestyle, then I would say it's probably not right for you. But if there are opportunities within it so that you can change and grow and develop and move forward and have promotion, then it is. Because I think the thing that is ended your reading, yeah, it's funny that the candle has gone out, you see, because it's something about needing to, something needs to go right down, which is the Tower card. Something needs to be completely extinguished, if you like, changed, altered. Something needs to be, because this tower is eventually going to crumble, so it's completely going to be gone. Something needs to go in order for you to become the King of Pentacles. And the King of Pentacles is someone who is very, very, very financially stable, secure, you know, has certainly made it in the work world, in the world of business. So maybe your question has something to do with, you know, something around business and creating a business or whatever. But I feel in the current situation, if I'm honest, I feel the current situation maybe isn't doing it for you, certainly on a material level, or giving you what you need, and that, and also not just material actually, because there is this sort of sense of balance and feeling calmer. So maybe it's also not giving you that either. You know, you're wanting to create more balance and calm, and you kind of know that if you move away from it, you will get that. And that these two cards, you know, and also maybe you're worried in a sense, you know, you're worried that if, you know, all these changes come about, you know, it's going to lead to you having to I mean you might have to for a time financially juggle a little bit. So there may be something around that, you know, when these changes come in, or if these changes come in, and maybe there were some fears around that, and maybe that's, you know, that's kind of what's around. I mean, certainly lots of people in the world right now are finding that, but it just feels to me that your current situation actually is not giving you what you feel you need and what you want. You know, you want a better standard of life, a better standard of living. You want your work to provide that. And also, because you have the pearl, I just feel like, you know, who was it? It was another pile where I felt, I think it was pile number 2, and I think this card as well came up in pile number 2's reading, so maybe you should check out pile number 2. But I think there was something in pile number 2's reading as well about not being recognised or valued in the situation that you're in. So that's also what I'm getting from the oyster, because the oyster has the pearl inside, but you couldn't see that from the outside, can you? You can't really, you know, you have to sort of dig deep to find it. But it's definitely in there, and it's valuable. It has value. It's precious. And I feel that maybe in your situation, you feel like inwardly you know that you have this pearl within you, but somehow it's not, you know, you're not accessing it. So maybe there's also a message about, you know, I want to be able to get the pearl. I want to be able to get that wealth for myself. I want to be able to, you know, get it, have it, obtain it. It will give me pleasure and a better life. And I am also that pearl. You know, I value myself. I am valuable, and I can do this. So there's something about that there, maybe some self-belief issues, confidence issues for you. And this kind of reading is confirmation that yes, you do have what it takes to, you know, to embrace those changes. And it might be a bit tough initially, but you know, the King of Pentacles is ending your reading, which shows, you know, material, financial, wealth, stability, security, and somebody who's in control of all the kind of, you know, 3D elements of their life. You know, they've got everything, security, stability, solvency, they've got all that kind of sorted out, really. So if, like I say, you know, if your current job, you feel your current job, you know, could do that for you, then all well and good. But I'm sensing that maybe isn't the case, and that maybe there are some changes and some changes that need to happen in order to get you into the right place for you not only to shine, but to feel, you know, like in yourself and in your skills and everything, but also to feel that you are in a better place in terms of your finances and your material comfort. Okay, so number 4, that has been your reading. I hope you've enjoyed it. And yeah, just want to say a big thank you if you've listened to any of my other videos. If you've subscribed, and if you haven't subscribed, then, you know, and you feel like you want to, then please do. Hit the notifications bell as well, so that you can be alerted to whenever I upload my next reading. Like, that always is great if people like my videos, because then I get a sense of, you know, what videos people or what readings people like. And also just leave a comment. It's lovely to always get a comment, you know, on my channel. But other than that, just want to say a big thank you again. Have a great day, and I'll see you in the next reading. Bye for now.